How good does it feel when a business offers you a money-back guarantee? A guarantee that if you don't like the product, or it doesn't work for you, or it doesn't give you what you need, that you'll get your money back. How does that make you feel when you go to buy the product? So why are there so few businesses that have a full money-back guarantee? And if you are in business, are you scared to give a full money-back guarantee? I'm sharing that with you because as the owner of the Max International Colleges and as a results coach all of my life, a personal exercise coach, and having managed health clubs all over the world, it's something that I've always done. I've always offered a full money back guarantee. Now the challenge is what the guarantee is on. Now if you are in the exercise business, for example, you never know what people are going to do when they're not with you. So you don't know how they're going to be exercising when they're not at the gym or at the personal training session. You don't know what food they're going to be eating. You don't know what stress levels they've got, what kind of life they're living when they're not with you. So it's very complicated to say, yes, we'll give you a full money back guarantee to get the results that you want. But shouldn't you be putting a full money back guarantee on what you promise? So as a health club manager, as a personal exercise coach, and now as the owner of a college, I absolutely passionately am very proud to say, yes, we're going to do this for you. And if we don't do it, then we're going to give you your money back. So as a personal exercise coach, I'm going to give you just a quick example. Twice in my life, because I've always offered a full money back guarantee as a personal exercise coach, but I asked my client, what do you need? What do you want from me? What's important? So the first example is a lady who said to me, I'm busy, I run my husband's administration and books for a big bricklaying company. I'm going to come to training at this time every week. If you're late, that will really annoy me. And I said, absolutely, I agree. I'll give you a full money back guarantee to make sure that I'm always on time. That's the promise that I made. So I'll just put as a side note, if you promise to do something and you don't do it, shouldn't you give somebody their money back? That's, I think, just a very logical question. So I could make an excuse. I was managing the health club. I was teaching 15 classes a week. I had 64 personal exercise coaching sessions every week. I was a very busy lady. My client came in to train. It must have been, and please don't quote me, but at the most it was 5 minutes, but I think it was 2 or 3 minutes after the time that she would normally start training. I got caught up with a group of people after my exercise class, and I came down the stairs to train her 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes late. Please don't quote me on the number. And she yelled across the gym very loudly, Rowie, you owe me a year's full of training for free, which is what I had promised. If I renege on my promise to you that I'll always be on time, I'll train you for a year for free. And I'm sharing that with you because I did. I trained, her name was Leanne, and I trained her for a whole year for free because I reneged on my promise. Now I could make excuses and say it was only a few minutes and it shouldn't matter. But when you are a person of your word and you want people to respect you, then you have to be held to your word. What was interesting though about that gorgeous story is that she came in the next day with her Black American Express card and paid for a year of training for her husband. She said, I know that I can trust you, so I need you to train my husband now because he needs to be healthy, fit and strong too. So I'm sharing that with you because I can't promise you that's always going to happen. I just think that if you are in business, you need to be held to your word. At the Max International Colleges, we promise that if you do the Executive Master Trainer program, if you get personal coaching, we will do everything to make sure that you have a career or business that is successful. And I share that with you because I have students from, and I'll give you a classic example. One of my students who started with us when he was 18, he's now 42. And we still coach him on a regular basis. Now he's gone from being an individual personal trainer to working in a gym as a personal trainer to starting a small personal training studio to now owning a very large gym. We are still part of his coaching experience because we made a promise that you have lifetime education, and yes, we will coach you and look after you and make sure that you have a successful career. So that means we've helped him all of that time. There's no extra charge there. It's just a promise that we made at the beginning. Another example of that is I have a lot of students who, because we've been around since 1989, so we've had a lot of students, and people come back after 10 or 15 or 20 years and they say, you promised me a lifetime education, and they're almost hesitant to ask. And I always say, of course, we made a promise 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago that you had a lifetime education, which means you do. Now, somebody held me to that. It was really funny. They said, but Rowie, what if you die? How can you give me a lifetime education because you won't be here? Well, we have videos, audios, notes, books, There is so much information that I always share with people. If you started today to watch, listen, read everything that we have to offer at Max, it would take you a lifetime to watch it all, listen to it all, go through it all. I'm sharing that with you very personally because I like to do business with people that offer me a full money back guarantee. I never used to do online shopping, and now I'm the ultimate online shopper because the online shopping companies have to do that. If something gets delivered to your house, you haven't touched it, seen it, felt it, they have to give you a money back guarantee. You have to be able to return it. And I've had I love my online shopping experience now because I get better treatment from a robot and a company that is an online business than if I go into a retail shop. I've got some horrible stories about trying to get a refund on defective products from retail shops that say, no, you either didn't buy that from here or you're out of warranty or any of those horrible things. In business, if you want to be doing this for long term, and I'll rephrase, why would you go into business if it's not for long term? Because surely the only reason to be in business is that you want to do what you love, keep getting better at it, and add massive value to people's lives. So if you disappoint people, if you let people down, if you make a promise and don't keep the promise, how can you possibly be adding value to people's lives? So I'm very proud to say that as an exercise professional, I've always offered a full money back guarantee, but not on the person's results, because that's not up to me, that's up to the person. I offer a full money back guarantee on what I have promised. And if I renege on my promise, then I need to give the person their money back. I was going to give you two examples. The second example is a lady who came to me and she said, Rowie, I'd like to have my money back. I don't want to train with you anymore. And I said, absolutely. Just all you need to do, please, is tell me what I've done wrong so I don't do it to anybody else. I've obviously hurt you or offended you or done something that hasn't made you feel special or added value to your life. So please tell me what that is so I can fix it, change it, make it better so that I don't do that to somebody else. Very interestingly, this poor woman burst into tears and she said to me, Rowie, it's not you, I'm embarrassed. I haven't been doing all the things that I promised you that I would do. And she shared a very personal story. She had kids in primary school and she had been given the job to organise the Easter egg chocolate sales. She'd been to the confectionery warehouse wherever, bought large amount of chocolate, and she'd bought herself a commercial sized box of Tim Tam biscuits, chocolate biscuits, and she said, I've been eating my way through that. I've been eating over a packet of Tim Tam biscuits every day. How can I come and face you every week when I've been eating Tim Tams every day? I just feel disgusting. I can't come anymore. And I said, well, I would love you to come. What kind of Tim Tams were they? And you can share them with me. No judgment whatsoever. But if you don't want to come anymore, I understand that, but I want to be able to be part of your life to help you achieve your goals and not judge you for eating chocolate biscuits. And of course, she said to me, no, I want to keep training. Thank you very much for understanding. And we had a cuddle and she had, I think, please again, don't quote me on the numbers, but I think she was my client until I left Brisbane, Australia. So we trained together for about 12 years. I'm sharing that with you because business is about creating relationships, adding value, doing what you love, and feeling good about yourself at the end of the day. And if you're in business and you're doing anything that isn't going to add value to people's lives, why would you be in that business? So what a great opportunity to consider, because people are more likely to do business with you if you have a full money back guarantee. It takes away what the salespeople call buyer's remorse. If you know that if something goes wrong, you can get your money back and you're going to be looked after, then people are more likely to want to buy your product or service. Could that be a great way to live your life as a business person to the max? Super duper doo, how are you? Living my life to the max. Hey!